That you do love me, I'm nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. Have thought of this, and of these times I shall recount hereafter. For this present, I would not so, with love I might entreat you, be any further moved. What you have said I will consider. What you have to say I will with patience hear, and find a time both to meet, to hear, and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions as this time is like to lay upon us.
I'm glad that my weak words have shown but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
The games are done, Caesar is returning.
As they pass by, pluck Casca by the sleeve, and he will, after his sour fashion, tell you what hath proceeded. Worthy note today.
You pulled me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what hath chanced today, that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with him, were you not?
I should not then ask Casca what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it by, with the back of his hand thus, and then the people fell a-shouting.
Why, what was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted threats. What was the last cry for?
Why, for that too.
Was the crown offered him thrice?
Aye, Mary, was it, and he put it by thrice, every time gentler than the other, and at every putting by mine, honest neighbor shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown, yet 'twas not a crown neither. 'Twas one of these cornets, and as I told you, he put it by once, but for all that to my thinking, he would have fain had it. Then he offered it to him again, then he put it by again, but to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his fingers off it. And then he offered it a third time. He put it the third time by, and as still he refused it. The rabblement hooted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty nightcaps and uttered such a deal of stinking breath because Caesar refused the crown, that it had almost choked Caesar, for he swooned and fell down at it. And for mine own part, I durst not laugh for fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air.
But soft, I pray you. What did Caesar swoon?
He fell down in the marketplace and foamed at mouth, and he was speechless.
'Tis very likely he hath the falling sickness.
No, Caesar hath it not, but you and I and honest Casca, we have the falling sickness.
I know not what you mean by that, but I am sure Caesar fell down. If the Tagrug people did not clap him and hiss him according to as he pleased and displeased them, as they used to do the players in the theater, I am no true man.
What said he when he came unto himself?
Mary, before he fell down, when he perceived the common herd, was glad he refused the crown. He plucked me ope his doublet and offered them his throat to cut. And I had been a man of any occupation, if I would have not taken him at the word, I might go to hell among the rogues. And so he fell. When he came to himself again, he said, if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches, where I stood, cried, Alas, good soul, and forgave him with all their hearts. But there's no heed to be taken of them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
And after that he came thus sad away?
Aye.
Did Cicero say anything?
Aye, he spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Nay, and I tell you that I never look at you in the face again. But those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. But for mine own part, it was Greek to me. I could tell you more news too. Morellus and Flavius, for pulling scarves off Caesar's images, are put to silence. Fare you well. There was more foolery yet, if I could remember it.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
No, I promise forth.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if I be alive, and your mind hold, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good. I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell both.
What a blunt fellow is this grown to be. He was quick to meddle when he went to school.
So is he now in execution of any noble enterprise? However, he puts on this tardy form. This rudeness is a sauce to his good wit, which gives men's stomach to digest his words with better appetite.
And so it is. For this time I will leave you. Tomorrow, if you please to speak with me, I will come home to you. Or, if you will, come home to me, and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. If I were Brutus, and he were Cassius, he should not humor me. I will this night in several hands in at his windows throw, as if they come from several citizens, writings, all tending to the great opinion that Rome holds of his name, where in obscurely Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at. And after this, let Caesar seat him sure, for we will shake him, or worse things endure.